If you died tonight, how many people would even notice besides your mother? Pause. Let that sit in. Because the harsh truth is this: the world doesn't care about potential. It only respects results. You're not remembered for your intentions. You're remembered for your impact. And to make that impact, you need to become the kind of man who's not just alive, but dangerous, disciplined, and effective. Let's talk about the 7 brutal habits that separate weak men from legendary ones. Habit number 1. The man controls his mind, or his mind controls him. A man who cannot control his mind will be a slave to his emotions, his urges, and other people's approval. Let me say this straight. Most men today are mentally weak, not because they're born that way, but because they've never been taught how to fight the war inside their own head. You ever notice how most guys scroll Instagram or TikTok like addicts? They're not searching for meaning. They're trying to escape from their anxiety, their emptiness, their thoughts. Not because they're lazy, but because their mind is loud. And when the noise inside you is louder than the world outside, you'll do anything to numb it. But listen, a man who cannot sit still with his own thoughts will never sit at the table of greatness. Let me give you a brutal truth. The battlefield is not out there. It's in here. It's in your mind. When you wake up and that voice tells you to sleep in. It's in your mind. When fear says, don't try, you might fail. It's in your mind. When the urge for validation makes you chase women who don't respect you, or post stories just to feel seen. Your mind is a wild dog. If you don't train it, it will bite you. If you don't control it, someone else will. Advertisers, women, manipulators, society. The average man has 60,000 thoughts per day, and 80% of them are negative. Fear, doubt, shame, regret, insecurity, jealousy, lust, rage. Now here's the kicker. You're not your thoughts. You're the man watching them. And until you realize this, you'll keep reacting instead of responding. You'll keep losing battles you didn't even know you were in. Real life example. You ever been in a situation where someone disrespected you, and you said nothing, just laughed it off? But then 3 hours later, while lying in bed, your mind replays it on loop. Now you're angry. Now you're imagining what you should have said. You lost twice. Once in reality, and once in your mind. An effective man. He doesn't let his mind bully him after the moment is gone. He sees thoughts like clouds, passing, temporary, not facts. He doesn't grab them. He doesn't fight them. He studies them, learns from them, then lets them go. Mental control isn't Zen BS. It's survival. This isn't about meditating with candles and humming mantras. This is about training your mind like a warrior trains with weapons. A man who controls his mind doesn't lash out when angry. He calculates. Doesn't collapse when anxious. He breathes, then moves forward. Doesn't scroll to escape. He sits with the pain until it talks to him. Effective men don't run from pain. They study it. They weaponize it. That heartbreak, use it to fuel your transformation. That failure, use it to rewrite your blueprint. That rejection, use it to sharpen your ambition. Your challenge tonight: sit alone for 15 minutes with no phone, no music, no distractions. Listen to your mind. Write down what it says. Look at it like a third person. You'll realize something wild. Most of your thoughts aren't even yours. They're your parents', your exes', your childhood trauma, your social media feed, your fears. Once you separate the noise from your voice, you become lethal. Because now, you can think for yourself. And that is the first step to becoming a highly effective man. Habit number 2. He says no more than he says yes. Every time you say yes to something weak, you say no to the man you could become. Look at your life. How many times have you said yes to going out, wasting time, people-pleasing, following the crowd? Real strength is saying no, even when it's uncomfortable. No to junk food. No to pointless arguments. No to weak friends. No to porn. No to your own laziness. Discipline isn't punishment. It's permission to dominate. Want to stand out? Be the one man who says no and means it. Because when you stop chasing everything, you become the thing worth chasing. Habit number 3. He keeps his word, even to himself. If your words mean nothing to you, they won't mean anything to the world either. You said you wake up at 6. You hit snooze. You said you'd go to the gym. You made excuses. You promised to change this year. You didn't. And now you wonder why you don't respect yourself. Self-trust is built in silence, in the dark hours, when no one is watching. If you break your own word, you are your own enemy. Men who become powerful are men who keep their word, first to themselves, then to the world. Habit number 4. He chooses purpose over pleasure. You can either suffer the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. But pain is coming either way. Your dopamine is hijacked. Social media, porn, video games, junk food. They give you pleasure with no purpose. You're being drugged, slowly, numbed into weakness, and you don't even notice. Effective men, they choose delayed gratification. They don't chase pleasure. They build purpose so strong, pleasure chases them. They train when they're tired. They study when it's boring. They work when others party. Because they know the world doesn't reward men who feel good. It rewards men who do what's hard. Habit number 5. He studies human nature and uses it. Understand people or be manipulated by them. Want to win in business, in love, in life. Then learn how humans work. Their fears, their desires, their weaknesses. This is where dark psychology comes in. People are predictable. They crave validation. They run from rejection. They project their wounds onto others. The highly effective man doesn't react emotionally. He reads the game. He doesn't get manipulated. He anticipates it. He studies Robert Greene, Jordan Peterson, Machiavelli. Because he knows this truth, power belongs to the man who understands the invisible rules. Habit number 6. He masters solitude. He doesn't fear it. If you can't sit alone with yourself, you'll chase toxic company forever. Most men are addicted to noise, music, texts, fake friends, relationships they don't even respect. But the effective man, he embraces the silence. Because in the silence, he finds clarity, vision, and direction. Solitude is where a man sharpens his soul, where he becomes dangerous. When you're alone, you see the truth. Who you are, what you want, what's holding you back. If that scares you, good, face it. Because no army can defeat a man who's made peace with his demons. Habit number 7. He turns his pain into power. Your pain is not your prison. It's your fuel. She left you? Good. Now build yourself into the man she'll regret leaving. They laughed at your dreams. Perfect. Now become too successful to ignore. You were broke, abused, abandoned, humiliated. Then you've been given the most powerful gift a man can get, a reason to rise. Every scar has a story. The highly effective man doesn't hide them. He turns them into swords. No one is coming to save you. No mentor. No girlfriend. No godfather. You are the problem, but you're also the solution.